We might be auto-heavy this week. Let's get into it. Now, if you were familiar with my Facebook work, you know that I have an observation of GM. That observation is that they don't compete within segments that much. They run their own race within a segment, for better or worse. That means after an update they could have specs that are in the first place, last place, or any place in between. It's not uncommon for them to release something awesome that's in the first place, or to be trailing the competition in last place before the update, and after the update, they're still in last place. For that example, I used torque ratings. Ford and Ram compete on best-in-class torque with the Ford Power-Stroke V8 and Ram Cummins i6. Ford recently added a high output horsepower and torque power stroke like Ram has been offering. Unlike Ram, they make the high output available on the 3/4-ton trucks. Maybe the best comes out of you when there's competition. At the very least, it's bragging rights for fans. Being a fan of something isn't wrong until better judgment is overclouded and a mistake is made by fans. Less people will be telling folks, let me go get my Duramax, after the latest round of 3/4 and 1-ton diesel updates that saw GM make an update and stay in last place. That brings us to the latest in trucks. The Ford Raptor, based on F-150, had existed in a space unto itself. A half-ton high-speed desert racer. The other highly popular specialty off-road truck, the Ram Power Wagon, is a 3/4-ton truck. It is not a desert racer but a go-anywhere. Well, both companies had their own space. Ram broke that piece. Ram came to market with a Hellcat-powered high-speed desert racer half-ton known as TRX. That truck outpowered the Raptor by over 250 horsepower and had a boosted overhead valve V8. Maybe it's no coincidence that Ford in the subsequent years developed their go-anywhere package known as Tremor for their trucks. But that package started on Super Duty, the same segment that competes against the Ram Heavy Duties, where you find their Ram Power Wagon. Ford recently, in addition to the regular Raptor, released another version of the Raptor that challenges the 702 horsepower with 650 pound-feet of torque TRX. The new Raptor R with a 700 horsepower and 640 pound-feet of torque Predator dual overhead cam V8. Ram still won the specs with that supercharged overhead valve V8. Everyone can tip their cap to both competitors for the awesome trucks they gave us, as gasoline-powered V8 engines are on their way out. While we celebrate and enjoy the comparison, we have to ask if Chevy has done enough. Typically, from GM we get non-special, special edition trucks with a 5.3-liter V8 or the optional 6.2-liter V8. In the last few years, they've offered more. The more is in the shocks. It's still not Raptor or TRX level but very good for a lot of trails. But it will still only come with a 6.2-liter V8 or i6 diesel. GM combined sells a lot of trucks. That's good for the economy but hides some bad numbers. The two brands that make up those numbers are important. Ram had been in third place for so long. But over the past few years, they have overtaken Chevy for second place. Probably by competing. So while the combined number could compete with Ford for first or second place in sales, the popularity of the brands individually is third and fourth among what was considered the four traditional domestic brands. Has GM done enough with Chevy by not competing?